What is up guys, Munash here, and today we have Magneto against Abyss of Legends Thing. So after I did my Invisible Woman fight, I was wondering what would his damage be like against an opponent that you can't bleed. And so the easiest one I could get to was Thing, since he's the first fight on part 1. The only annoying thing about Thing is that he's got that protection, so his special 3 damage is getting reduced quite significantly. I think it's being reduced by at least 50%. And fortunately, Thing's special attacks aren't the most difficult to punish with a heavy attack, so that also just helps sort of rely less on parry. And for this fight, I'm just using Quake and Nick Fury as synergies. Nick Fury just for that 10%. Well, actually, I didn't even plan to bring them. They were just in the team already, and then I just put Magneto in there. And then, yeah, I just went into the fight. But yeah, Nick Fury just gives him an extra 10% attack, and then obviously with Quake, he gets those evade charges. But yeah, once again, I didn't do the full fight, I just did half of the fight, as in my first half of charges, and then I can just double the amount of damage I do, and that'll give me a good indication of what it will do in a full fight. But yeah, so I'll just give you a quick summary of how it went down, but basically he managed to take out 20% in half of the amount of hits you get in the fight. So that means in a full fight you'd be able to do about 40% damage, which I think is not bad against Thing, considering there aren't a lot of champs who can actually solo him. I think it's only slow champs who can do that. Even champs who can do the fight in one revive, it's basically a ramped up Aegon, and maybe there are a few others such as Domino. But yeah, I think Magneto is basically close to that category. So yeah, and also I suppose if you're running suicides would be a bit better, because then your attack is generally higher. So yeah, for this fight it was basically just a simple parry heavy type of fight. The only thing is that you kind of do have to watch out for his rock stacks. And you know, in bait specials when he's at 15, and obviously don't hit him when he's at 15, you know, unless he's stunned or something like that. But you still do need to manage his rock stacks, which makes the fight a little bit more tedious. And it is a bit of a long fight and a boring one, so Magneto wouldn't be my go-to option for this fight by any means. But it's just another alternative who can work, you know, if you don't have an Aegon to ramp up, or Stealth Spidey, or She-Hulk, you know. So you can throw in light and medium attacks and even do full combos sometimes, but I just prefer using parry heavy to maximize damage per hit, since the heavy attack only does 1 hit, so you can build up to your special 3 in a lot less hits than you could if you were doing, you know, medium light combos. So yeah, he's not a bad option for this fight, and this is not a good matchup for Magneto, so I imagine he could actually do well against many of the other fights in Abyss of Legends, considering, you know, at least his damage won't be nerfed by this much. So I'm legit thinking that Magneto could be a horseman. Like, if they were to have a 5th spot, Magneto could do that. The only thing is he doesn't really perform roles that the other 4 can't do, you know, they're already pretty much established. But maybe if you don't have one of them, such as Nick Fury or Human Torch for certain fights, then Magneto could be a good alternative. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys found it interesting. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.